Seriously, Mouse? Really? Okay, I'm gonna back up a bit so I can hear all of that joke that he started. I know that he started a joke. Ooh!
Twilight is my third favorite amongst the main six, yet I'm not above enjoying slapstick. It ain't easy being this fickle. Anyway, get used to this interior because there's very little to see of this world beyond Canterlot High. Also, get used to seeing a lot of individuals for whom you will care nothing. Seriously, I don't think I've seen one fan art of these background humans. But let's take advantage of this unnecessary musical montage, which is apparently taking place in Twilight's head, to talk about shifting the setting from Equestria to high school. I'm not against this. Thinking back, high school is one of the most segregated periods in a person's life. You're limited to your own age group, so if you don't mix well with peers, then you're in for a 4-year struggle. And within the student body, you will find 100 cliques within cliques.
But at CHS, everybody sticks to their own kind.
Twilight may have a new look, yet she also has the opportunity to demonstrate how far she's come since the series premiere. It all depends on the execution, starting with facing 3 challenges. The first and most obvious is Sunset Shimmer, who knows this world better than Twilight and enjoys the home field advantage. The second is the attitude of the school, which is pretty apathetic. I've said a lot about Flash Sentry in past videos, so I'll just say for now that he actually is nicer than his classmates in that he's willing to help someone off the floor.
Yeah, that's right.
Good. Flash possesses the power of basic human decency.
And he also has Kai's voice for Ninjago. Oh my gosh,
what the hell is wrong with everybody's face?
I criticize the show's presentation of Celestia a lot because, quite frankly, I think she's a really good character. We see the benefits of her rule every episode. It's why I'm frustrated that the best of her character occurs off-screen. Not so with Principal Celestia. Her high school has faulty lighting and plumbing, the student body is being humiliated on YouTube, and she's not even aware that the girl she's speaking with isn't a transfer student.
My door is always open.
To put it simply, Principal Celestia ain't no Princess Celestia. This, not this. Good ruler, bad principal. Winner, loser. Let's focus on something that this movie does really well. Introducing the Human Five. In Friendship is Magic, Twilight's task required her to go and meet Rainbow Dash. Go talk to Applejack. Only Pinkie Pie was an unexpected encounter. Here, Twilight meets her human friends incidentally while pursuing her chief goal, locating the crown, which translates into winning the fall formal and becoming, just call it what it is, she has to become prom queen. So Twilight meets Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, and Applejack in short order, but not before she gives Sunset plenty of mud for slinging on YouTube. We get further evidence that Canterlot High security has gone to ruin as Twilight spends the night in the library after expositing that the Human Five were friends before breaking apart. Which is an interesting conflict, yet it pales against the idea that Twilight has to win over the entire school after Sunset's YouTube
she's not
video.
off to a good start.
Even if they use a cutesy name, it's YouTube. You can tell by their comments section.
Some of the comments about our song were really awful. Epic fail. Funniest thing I've ever seen.
I've been doing videos on YouTube for about a year, girls. Trust me, that's tame. Sunset's plans actually help draw Rarity back into the fold, and I really like that she seeks Twilight out and offers to help.
Must resist Ninjago jokes.
It shows the cast as being proactive, which is a nice warm-up to one of the most criticized aspects of the movie. The human friends all drifted apart because they were sabotaged via cell phone. Setting aside the question of why Sunset Shimmer would bother, we get the bigger question of why these 5 didn't try to talk things out face to face.
I know,
It's dumb and obviously a setup for Twilight to fix things. Yet let's keep something in perspective. Our pony heroines have had plenty of moments of poor communication as well. This doesn't excuse a contrivance for the sake of conflict, yet it's an issue in both the show and the movie. It doesn't take long for Twilight to mend the rift, as long as she plays Rainbow Dash in a soccer match.
Whoa.
And again, I am fickle. And as the new team starts to consider their options, we hit the part of the story where I truly start to lose hope. And it starts with an earworm. It's not the song that bothers me, rather it's the fact that this is the closest Twilight ever comes to interacting with the student body. Let's be clear that this was Rarity's plan and her message, and it's with the support of her human friends that Twilight wins everyone over. And that's the problem. Twilight wins everyone over instantly. One song is all it takes for these background cutouts to forget Twilight's embarrassment, cast off their clique status, and start dancing in harmony. Very bad dancing. This should feel like a triumph, yet instead it feels like a freebie. Her human friends offer a unique option. Rainbow Dash is, somehow, the captain of every sports team. Rarity would have a connection with the Fashionista group, and Fluttershy the Greenpeace kids. If Pinkie Pie is anything like her pony counterpart, she'll be friends with 99% of the school, the 1% being Sunset Shimmer. And I bet Applejack knows more than a few of the students herself, given that her family seems to help run the place. So Twilight has exactly what she needs to reach out and build bridges.
He has
connect
a
groups
point.
and help them see past their differences.
Silverquill, you've made a very good point.
I get the sense that if this movie had had more time in production and length, we might have seen this over the course of a montage.
Yeah.
Instead, this single song and dance is supposed to be her victory.
Well, at least it's a good
what
song.
What would have happened if the production weren't so rushed? If the staff had deconstructed high school tropes rather than follow them? And how can I forget that I don't have wings anymore?
And there he goes.
Well, that was a short run. So, what kind of Faustian bargain do I have to make this time?
It's Fausticorn!
Lauren Fausticorn. Yeah, let me stop you right there. I don't mean to disrespect the fandom's representation of the show's creator, but I already know your thoughts on this movie indirectly. Faust's husband, Craig McCracken, stated in an interview with The Grid, "I don't think Lauren's the biggest fan of that. That's one of those things that would have made her leave anyway. If they had told her you have to turn them into human beings now, and they have to go to high school, she would have said, no, that's exactly what I didn't want to do with this show. Lauren's priority was telling stories, and Hasbro's priority was selling toys. It's a different way of approaching the work, and it was difficult for her to bridge that gap. And yeah, that's coming through clearly. This movie is mostly a collection of high school tropes that rarely tries to offer a spin on the formula. This branching from a show that gained popularity for not following certain formulas. Yes, I said certain, because Friendship is Magic is known to follow the cliche route itself. In fact, when I really think about my criticisms for the movie, a lot of them apply to the TV show as well. Following the tried and true plotline, there are more than a few episodes that did that, even in season 1. The main 6 click? More prominent in the movie, yet it's a growing issue for me with the show. Guys don't get to do much? Well, I hate to say it, but Spike's had a better showing here than he has across several seasons. And Flash Sentry may be more helpful than Shining Armor. Oh, come on, dude. At least greet your sister at the station when she comes to visit.
Seriously.
Communication skills, plot contrivances, rushed solutions. If anything, the biggest thing working against Equestria Girls is time. At only 72 minutes, the story is rushed and all these issues become more prominent. And I don't mean to take away from the show you've made. I adore it. So what is it about Equestria Girls? There's something missing. Something that's keeping me from becoming invested in this place. This place. Oh, you're good.
What is it?
It's the setting!
Oh.
And no, I don't mean that high school can't work as a setting. But do you care enough about Canterlot High to stick around? When I think back on the cartoons I watched growing up, they may have had even more issues than the Equestria Girls story. Yet they all offered worlds where anything was possible. And for a young mind with raw...
Whoa! Mouse! Come back!